Hey guys, Skypoint here. Now, yesterday I was able to make a couple of upgrades to my Kyriss deck because when the last event ended and I got my event reward crate, I managed to draw Elitel. And then later on as well, I was doing an event run and one of my rewards ended up being the very valuable epic rarity Rotfly. So I decided I needed to put Rotfly and Elitel into my deck. Elitel was in fact my first ever Demons of the Ruinstorm Legendary card. So what do I take out in order to fit it in here? As I was looking through my deck, I actually felt I was happy with the value I was getting from pretty much all cards except for Beast of Fyra. So Beast of Fyra, I felt I really kept playing and then suffering afterwards from the maintenance costs. So I decided that both the beasts had to leave my deck. Technically, I could sometimes still generate that beast through using Cultist Sorcerer. So yeah, let's put them away and put in my two new Ruinstorm cards. So the Beasts of Fyra came out and the wonderful Elitel went in. So Elitel, of course, is a demon. It is unstoppable and it has stealth, but the key thing about it is when it receives a mutation, it gains +1 to its stats. So Path of Blood gives it a mutation, and then Plague Bearers as well generate mutations too. So I've got a fair bit of synergy with that. And the other card which is going in here is, whoops, let's add that in, there we go, is Rotfly, which duplicates itself whenever an enemy dies. So Rotfly went in there too. So now this is what my deck is looking like. It's mostly Ruinstorm cards. The exceptions are only Ekra, Trez, Informant Network for anti-stealth, Cultist Sorcerer, and then Rhea and Slayer of Worlds. Alright, so with that, let's go ahead and see how the updated deck did in action. Our first contender is Horus Lupercal. So this was a pretty good starting hand. I've got cards for most of my early turns, and I've got Elitel already in hand, so this could get fun. In fact, I've got Plague Bearer and Elitel, so I can create mutations and then also trigger them. Unfortunately, Horus actually went first, so he drew a card, but more importantly, it means he'll be able to get a 3 at energy cost unit onto the board first. Now, this was a smart move by him. He's very quickly taking out my Plague Toad. So let's take a look here. There we go. Bye bye Toady. So that kills my plan to just duplicate loads of toads all over him. The trick to beating Horus as Kyriss, by the way, is you have to keep enough troops on the board to pressure Horus into using his burn troops and abilities to kill your guys, and not spend all of his tactics hammering your health down. Watch though, because most Horus players will correctly prioritize attacking the enemy warlord whenever they can. Let's go ahead and create a Warp Rift that'll hopefully be a distraction for him. And now I have a Mutate and ready for my Elitel. Okay, this one's going to be a little bit tough to deal with now. He's got Chandan Squad on the board, protected by a drop pod. I am going to bring in my Elitel now and give it a Mutate to start boosting its stats. We're going to go with Ephemeral Terror to give it a pretty good chance of actually killing things without taking any damage in return. Unfortunately, he had Metal Storm rounds, which gives him a huge cleave ability and wipes out Elitel this match before it does anything at all. Alright, let's go ahead and get Chandan Squad off the board. 6 energy left. We're going to drop a pair of Bloodletters on the board. That's a combo which can get pretty nasty quickly. Okay, he's bringing in... oh god, Bane Strike round. Is he going to kill one of my Bloodletters, or is he going straight for me? Okay, no, he went straight for me. He's trying to do that real fast burn on me. I have 12 points of health left, and he has a 15 point health lead over me. But watch this now. I drop Vanguard of Hell, so now I get even more Bloodletters on the board. And they begin attacking, which buffs everything on the board. So all of a sudden, I'm now doing 20 points of damage next turn. 22 if you include my Warlord. He brings in another couple of squads of Space Marines. He's trying to wipe out Bloodletters, but the more you hit them, the angrier they all get. And he realizes now that this is pretty much going to be over, because the more he tries to wipe out my guys, the more damage they do. Alright, so that's it. Again, the game seems to be a bit glitchy. At this point, like, he had actually quit. The replay is not showing that. But you can see here already, I would have just been able to attack him with one or two with both the Bloodletters, and it would be game over for him. Alright, so that was the match against Horus. Let's go ahead and see the next match. This one I really liked. It was against Nykona Sharrowkin. So I had a really good hand of cards to start with. Plague Toad for turn 1, Informant Network for turn 2. Yeah, everything's looking good. So let's go ahead and get started with this. Unfortunately, he has the initiative again, and he's put down the right troop where he can kill my Plague Toad in turn 1. So I'm not going to play the Plague Toad. I'm going to hold on to that little guy. Okay, now he goes invisible. And that's fine, because what I can now do is drop Informant Network, which reveals his new mass squad, and then I can attack it, which creates a Warp Rift. So now he has to choose between killing his Warp Rift, killing my Warp Rift, which will take up half his energy and probably leave him unable to do anything else. And now I can drop the Cultist Sorcerer and the Plague Toad. So it's going to be easy for him to kill one of these guys, but killing both will be tricky. He takes a chance, and I luck out. He does the minimum amount of damage there. I think there's only a 25% chance of that happening. And so he kills the Plague Toad, which is fine by me. I'm going to bring in a Poxbringer for some heals, and then now I drop my Plague Toad. And then I hit him with the Cultist Sorcerer, which generates Battleflies, the worst of the demons. Oh well, let's see. At least Battleflies is going to be hard to remove, but the main problem with Battleflies is that horrible maintenance cost it's going to hit me up with. Alright, which one is he going to go for? Probably Pox. No, he's trying to take out the Battleflies. Interesting. Okay, and the Plague Toad. Yeah, it's bye-bye Plague Toad time. Well, that's sad. Weird that he went for the Battleflies, honestly. Alright, let's do this. We're going to bring in a Plague Bearer. Now we're going to take out his vehicle, which creates a mutation. And now we attack his other vehicle, which creates another mutation. And what do I do with these mutations? I'm going to play one of them on my Poxbringer. Let's give him Molten Blood. Make him a little bit more annoying for him, especially with lots of stealth units. Okay, he's trying to take out my Plague Bearer over there. Wow, look at this, all these units. And oh, he's trying to wipe out the Warp Rift before it continues discounting stuff. Oh well. Alright, what can we do now? So that guy heals me up a little. We're going to drop a Plague Ridden so my demons start bouncing back. Continue the mutations. We're going to give Terror to this guy, which allows him to attack that and kill it without taking any damage. And then we're going to drop another mutation, this time on the Plague Bearer. We'll give it Crushing Claws, because now the Plague Bearer can attack the enemy Warlord doing some damage. And then I can headbutt his troop, which creates another Warp Rift. And again, the point with the Warp Rift is they're very dangerous. He's got to prioritize taking them out, but the more he does that, the less of my troops are actually getting killed as well. Okay, there's lots of vehicles in this deck. Alright, his speeder takes out my Plague Bringer? There's so many Plague Demons of Nurgle, I keep getting confused. Yeah, so he was really trying to keep the Warp Rifts under control there. Aha! Elitel. Perfect. Alright, so let's drop Elitel first. We're going to play Mutation on Elitel to buff it. So let's give it Miasma of Rot for some bonus health. We're going to give it another mutation. This time we'll give it Stupefying Musk to make it really hard to kill. Now I can attack his vehicle, which is going to create another mutation for me from the Plague Bringer. And this mutation is going to be... Brass Collars. Excellent. Now he's not bouncing that guy back into my hand. By the way, look at that Slayer of Worlds getting cheaper and cheaper. Okay, so he brought in... Ugh. That's not good. Kalian Squad with Stealth, so he's got massive sentencing going on now. Alright, I keep getting healed, which is useful. Have a Slayer of Worlds, though. And we're going to drop a Bloodletter with that. And buff all my demons now by Unrestricted Frenzy. Lots of damage ready for him next turn. Oh, Inescapable Cells, so my Slayer of Worlds is back. I don't think he's getting played again for the rest of the match. Lots of sentencing on my healer. He noticed all the healing going on. But he's just messed up because I had Molten Blood. That's 1 tick. 2 ticks from Molten Blood. He really wants to finish off that guy because he keeps healing my line. And he goes for it. And now that's the 3rd tick of Molten Blood. Alright. And again, the game's not showing it at this point, but this guy realized... Oh, he did show it. He realized that this was over and he quit. So that's one where Elitel actually turned out to be key, even though Elitel didn't actually do anything either. Just that combination of Plaguebringer and Elitel generating so many mutations and stat buffs that my opponent realized that it just was going to be game over for him at that point. The final match for today was against Marius Gage. So again, this was a good set of cards to start with. I had my Elitel, had Unspoiled Land for turn 1, and I had some Bloodletters, so I felt good about this. Let's see how this one goes down. So Unspoiled Land in turn 1. What am I drawing? Tide of Madness. That's not bad. I was hoping to duplicate a demon, although Tides of Madness does duplicate a demon. Oh, that's interesting. That's going to be tough for me to kill. Manius Recon Squad. It'll take me 2 turns to kill these guys, I think. Let's see. He creates a card with them. And then he buffs them, so they're on 3. Yeah, so... I will go ahead and start creating my Warp Rifts. These guys did 5 damage to me in total. Wow. But at least I have a Warp Rift on the board. He goes ahead, he headbutts the Warp Rift. Does he have a way of killing it? Yeah, he does. Informant Network. He just reverses what I did. Okay, next turn, what are my options? Okay, I see. I'm going to drop Elitel, and I'm also going to drop a Plague Toad. Again, it should be easy for him to kill 1, but not both of these. Oh no, opening salvo. Okay. He does kill 1. I thought the Plague Toad might survive there. Alright, so Elitel is very close to dying, so what I'm going to do over here is use Tides of Madness to duplicate Elitel now. And with only 1 health left, I may as well attack. There's just too many ways it could have been killed. So Marius has a 5-point health lead on me, just like he did at the start, and oh my god, what's this? I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Okay, at least my demons are getting cheaper. Let's drop a demon brute, and I was hoping for inhuman grace, but at least I got it. Brass collars. Buff all my demons. And I think I will... I destroy the warp rift, which gives me a point of energy to use on Kyriss' ability. So that guy goes away. And again, I'm 5 points behind, but I kind of had board control. He brings in another troop. He stuns... No, he actually buffs his troop. And I think he uses... No, he doesn't use Gage's ability. Why didn't he use Gage's ability? It costed 1. Maybe he forgot. It wouldn't have helped him, wouldn't have saved him from that. And now Ula, the Doom of Heroes, hits the board. Oh, that's not good. He managed to drop Stellok Aethan. This is about to hurt next turn unless I luck out with Inhuman Grace. Come on, Demon Brutes, deliver. Oh, perfect. Inhuman Grace, which now lets me do this move. I get to attack, leaving him on 4 health, meaning Ula, the Doom of Heroes, can use his ability, killing Stellok Aethan and giving me a copy of him. Alright, Bloodletters are out. He uses Informant Network to hit the Bloodletters, which... Sorry, to hit, reveal all my units, rather. Jams Ula, the Doom of Heroes. And he actually makes the correct decision to take Ula out right now. Otherwise, the Bloodletters would have attacked first, which would have buffed Ula's attack. And let's bring in the Herald of Slaanesh, Poxbringers, and use my ability on the Bloodletters first to buff all my demons, and then attack with Bloodletters, which will buff my demons again. Okay, I have lethal. I can kill him next turn. But he's got other plans. He brings in the Dreadnought, which wipes out my lethal, and I actually would struggle to kill this Dreadnought without taking loads of damage myself. I do have a Rotfly, but again, I cannot kill that Dreadnought right now. So instead, let's try and see how close I can get the enemy Warlord to dying. If I'm somehow lucky, I might be able to pull off a move next turn to kill him. He brings in Adaptable Tactics to take himself close to being out of lethal range. He brings in a Medic as well. Alright, now it's my turn to test my Stellok Aethan luck. So first, I am going to drop a Rotfly on the board. And now drop Stellok Aethan, and he hits the right target! Perfect, and that duplicates Rotfly. And now I can attack Marius Gage, and he's going down. I actually thought Stellok Aethan would be enough to win last turn, but it's evidently not, because look at all this buffing he's doing on that one troop. He's dumping a ton of energy into there, but it looks like it is going to be saving him. Unfortunately, his troop died, so the Rotflies copied themselves. Both of them now, so they're growing exponentially. He realizes too late, he's got to get it under control, but they have poisonous, so his unit he attacked with dies, which causes all 3 Rotflies to now copy themselves. And that's it. I've got enough damage to win through the Rotflies on my Warlord alone. What I'm just going to do is create some room on the board, bring in the Seekers of Slaanesh, use the Seekers. Actually, may as well drop Path of Blood on them. Molten Blood. Alright, anyway, so just attack with them. And then use Kyriss to finish him off. There we go. Alright, so that was a fun little match against Marius Gage. It just shows how dangerous the Rotflies can be. I had 1 Rotfly when I hit the board. By the time my next turn started, I had 6 Rotflies. Alright, hope you guys had fun with this video. My collection of White Scars is slowly growing. I now have Kinza, their other Warlord. I also have a White Scars Legendary. I have Jabal Khan. But I don't quite have enough of their run-of-the-mill cards to make a viable deck yet. I'm expecting that I should by the time the weekend is over. So next week we'll hopefully see some constructed White Scars deck, constructed deck White Scars play on the ladder. Alright, so until my next video, I'll see you later, guys. Bye for now.